Welcome everyone. Where is all your time going? What is stealing your time and what is at the root of it is what we are exploring in today's Pick a Card. Today we have three options. Option 1 on the left, the flame. Option 2 in the middle, the fault line. And option 3 on the right hand side, the destroyer. Take a deep breath with me. And exhale. Timestamps are in the description box. If you need more time to choose, you can pause the video now. See you there. Welcome everyone who chose the flame. This is going to be your reading. So, where is all your time going? What's going on? What's the cause of it? What is stealing your time? So, the number 51 and the number 6 could be relevant. With the flame here, we have a spark, mental clarity, health, a good digestion. But we also have the dark element of this archetype is excess heat and anger. But I was about to say hunger. Anger, hunger, hangry. The country Hungary could be significant. I'm also seeing solar plexus chakra and sacral plexus chakra. Sorry, sacral chakra. Reignite the fire, reignite the fire. Has your flame gone out? Has your spark left the building? Could you be angry? So I'm going to leave this here and we're going to get some other cards to study the meaning of this one around what could be going on. Where is your time going? What's stealing your time? What is stealing your time? What is at the root of this? What is going on? Let's get these first. So this will hopefully help you with time management. Sorry, I just want to get another deck here. I'm picking up a few things, but I just want to make sure. You could have strong Leo in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. Again, this is solar plexus energy, sacral and solar. Creativity. Is your creativity being affected? Is your ability to produce creatively or to be productive being effective here? What is going on? Or is it, was your self-confidence taking a hit? I want to know what's going on. Please show me. Third house, something to do with your perception of things. Something to do with the way you are analyzing this, mentally analyzing this. Overthinking, excessive thinking. Okay, I'm picking up already excessive thinking. Overthinking, excessive thinking. All right. That's all I'm going to take from that. But, you know, it could be overthinking and excessive thinking around something. It's like your brain is heating up. And there's excessive thinking. all this excessive thinking is what's stealing your time. Too much of a focus on thinking about something excessively that may be putting out the flame, or due to the fact that you don't have the clarity, you feel like you're in the dark about something. Now, with the third house there could be a tie to social media, being tied to your excessive thinking. Maybe it's getting you in your up in your head. I hear up in your head. Something about something you're seeing on social media, or some kind of information that is coming through to you on social media is getting to your head. It's getting to your head and it's making you overthink excessively. You could have strong Gemini in your chart. It's making you think excessively. It also could be something that was communicated to you via neighbors, siblings, or relatives. It could also be something that, some kind of information that arrived to you through neighbors, siblings, or relatives, or maybe even at a social gathering. Okay, or something you noticed as you were walking around town, or walking around your neighborhood, and it set you off into this excessive thinking. This could be something about a lover, but not for all of you. It could be something to do with entertainment or children for others of you. So it could either be a lover, children, or entertainment. It could be about a business. What the overthinking is about is, you're going to know what it is, but it's about your perception on something, or someone else's perception that was communicated to you. And it made you, whatever it is, it's the overthinking. Sorry, I had to stop to sneeze. Maybe it could be affecting your health. Maybe you could be sneezing a lot. Love. Yeah, this could definitely be due to a love situation. A situation that involves a lover, a powerful love. With the number 28, I'm going to say powerful. So it's something about your perception tied to love that is making you overthink, that is affecting your flame, your spark, your ability to create, your ability to feel sensual and sexy, your ability to communicate, to connect with your libido, your ability to feel confident in love. It's the overthinking of some kind of information that has arrived to you through social media, socializing, neighbors, relatives, or siblings. Now, ask yourself, has there been any information coming through on social media that has made you overthink? Has there been any information communicated through to you by a sibling, a relative, or a neighbor, or someone you socialized with, or someone you sparked a conversation with when you were walking around your neighborhood or around town, that set you into a spiral of excessive thinking? And it's something to do with love or a lover, of how you perceive love, how you perceive yourself, how you perceive romantic relationships, and probably to do with twin flame connections. Look, anything around any topic that sets you into a spiral of overthinking, where you feel completely in the dark, where you don't have any mental clarity, only deserves a certain amount of time and your attention. So you may be giving this too much time, okay? Whatever it is. So the message here is, anything you feel like is out of your control, that you're not getting a very quick or answer, it means the answer is either going to come at a later time, but you're going to get your answer. Just because you're not getting it now, there's no amount of overthinking it. Even if you choose to think about it, really time yourself. Time the amount of time that you are just there thinking of something. Because it's slowing you down, it's slowing your ability down to produce, to be productive. It's slowing your ability to be creative and expressive and have a clear mind in other areas of your life. Because it's taking over everything. You know, if you're thinking about twin flame connections too much to the point where it's affecting your ability to have time for other things, if you're dedicating too much research to the twin flame connection or dedicating too much research to romantic love and you're lacking time to be productive and create and move forward in other areas of your life, or if you are so into the twin flame connection that you're wasting so much time overthinking it and digging up information and researching, it could be the research itself. It could be that you're missing opportunities that are right in front of you, right next to you, right outside your door, that you may be missing, okay? For romantic love. So it could be a waste of time in that sense, where the issue could be solved if you just take a walk around your neighborhood or a walk around town, or if you just accept that social invitation, or if you just talk to a sibling or talk to a relative or talk to a neighbor, right? So it's either the lack of or the excess of information from these sources. Let's say you're doing a lot of research and you are keeping yourself indoors and you're researching twin flame connections to the extent where it's unhealthy, and you didn't go out that day, or and you didn't go for a walk, or you didn't accept a social invitation because you're not finding your answers and you're overthinking things. And meanwhile, probably that romantic twin flame connection could be at that social event, or could be introduced by a neighbor, a sibling, or a relative, or you could meet them randomly when you go on a walk. So that's the kind of time wasting. Too much, whatever you're giving too much time to, be that research, be that overthinking, that is what is taking your time. That is what's stealing your time. And at the root of it is feeling like you're in a complete darkness. At the root of it is you paying maybe excessive attention to romantic love and not just letting it happen. It's almost like you're trying to control the process way too much, and that's taking up a lot of your time, and it's not bringing you any results. Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's slowing down everything, and it's making you even defensive against real opportunities in love. It's like there's too much theory going on, too many theories and that you're exploring, but real life has taken the back seat. The Hanged Man, and that's what's keeping you stuck. And the reason why you're stuck also, it's not really a time waster. It's almost as if this is where your time needs to go right now, because that will give you a different perspective in time. But the reason why you may be feeling stuck and not having enough time, it's really your time management, because most of the time that you would use for other useful things or other things that you want to do is, in a sense, being wasted. But once you gain this perspective, it's not going to look like it was a waste of time, but you will realize that you didn't have to dedicate so much time to this issue or matter or information. Six of Swords. Yeah, it's affecting your mental health even. But it's almost unnecessary for you right now to be wasting this time, quote unquote. It's not really wasting this time, but it's a necessary use of your time right now. Even though a while from now, you're going to look back and think that maybe it was a waste of time, but at least it brought you the perspective that you needed, okay? So that is what I see for you guys. I hope this brought you the clarity that you seek. It was a pleasure to read for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Welcome everyone who chose the fault line. This is going to be your reading. So, what is wasting your time? What is stealing your time? Why do you feel like you don't have enough time? And what is at the root of that? Okay, so with the fault line here, we have the number 49 and the number 4. 4, I'm hearing discipline and structure. But there's a crack. There's a weak link. There's a crack. I'm hearing lyrics now. A crack. A crack in your eggshell floor. Death Wish by Gracie Abrams. So there's a crack here. A fault line, a fissure, a weak link. There's a delusion. There's a delusion. You feel like you're not walking on stable ground. You feel like you need to redefine your reality because it's like the ground beneath your feet broke open and you weren't expecting it. You felt like you were doing everything right and the ground still failed you. So your sense of stability has been lost. And no amount of discipline or method or rituals or rhythms in life or tasks being ticked off or what's the word for it? No amount of fulfilling your daily duties has prevented this. You've done everything right and still cracks, weaknesses are showing. So no matter how optimistic and brave you've been, you may have felt a sense of panic. You may have become fearful and tense in face of this instability. So maybe you feel like you've been walking on eggshells and still it's like nothing's good enough. That even if you do walk on eggshells, everything breaks through into chaos regardless. Because it's no fault of your own. It's not your fault line. It's not you who made this fault line happen. So it could be that you're wasting time walking on eggshells. You're wasting time trying to bring stability to an always unstable environment. And that's very, very time consuming. But I want to know more. So I would say right now what I'm seeing is that there's more of a focus on what's going on around you than yourself. You're not paying enough attention to yourself because you're so alert and overly aware of what's going on as a trauma response around you that you have been failing to give yourself the time to strengthen to be able to deal with the external circumstances. So this could be affecting your sleep, the food you're eating, it could be that you are entertaining negativity for the sake of walking on eggshells. But you feel like you need to redefine your reality. Or maybe that is the need that you're not seeing here. Maybe you've been deluding yourself into thinking that this is normal or that you can live this way. Or maybe you spend a lot of time figuring out ways of pretending second house. And the reason why you're walking on eggshells, the reason why this is your environment right now is because of a need for physical financial stability. I don't know if this is a health issue that's tied to this, or if it is the fact that you are not financially independent. Either way, you feel like you wouldn't have the finances or the health to break free from this dynamic. It's like you're always trying to find a balance, and you're always finding mechanisms to balance out. It's like things are always being thrown at you. So it's your environment. It's not, I'm not to say that you're letting it affect you. I'm just saying it is stealing your time. It is a time stealer. And at the root of that is your need for financial, physical stability. But in turn, what you're getting, you may be getting all that. So I'm getting very much like a golden cage, or just a situation where this is what you need to survive. But then emotionally and mentally, it's wrecking you. And so you don't have the mental space or the emotional space for anything else. Like when the chaos is temporarily not going on is when you are still processing the chaos, or you're sleeping. So that's how it's stealing your time to be doing anything else. Even being able to be financially independent, it's affecting that. It's affecting your finances, your ability to be doing something that would draw in money, or your ability to attract in your clients, or to even have time to produce something, to make a product and put it in the mail or whatever. Sadness. It's an extreme sadness that is making you very, very tired and weary and unable to, because it's very low vibrational. The whole energy is very low vibrational, and it's making you sad to the point where you don't have the joy that you need to play around with ideas. It's anything but playful. It's you see, what to be productive, to have time for certain things, to make time, to stretch time, you have to, one of the first things you have to do is raise your vibration. So I'd say the solution here is raising your vibration. So no matter what your circumstances are, you need to just find times where you can close your eyes, take deep breaths, and visualize and feel a different reality. If you can make time every day and find time in your bubble, even if it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, do it. Get yourself out of the sadness, get yourself out of the lower vibration, no matter what's going on around you, because as soon as your thoughts and your feelings change within you, you are going to start to see your environment change as you see things shift, things fall away, things return in their place, or things just get better, okay? It could be that unknowingly you are contributing to the chaos just because of your vibration being in this vibration of sadness. Okay, you may not be aware of that, but it's to no fault of your own. But once you're aware that you may be part of the problem, even if a very passive part of the problem, and there is something you can do, even if it's just 10% or 1%, that could change the dynamics entirely. So there needs to be a change in your own vibration. I know this seems impossible, but that is exactly how you do it. You change your vibration first, and the environment ends up adjusting and following energetically. Whew. 5 of Wands. Yeah, so many obstacles and challenges and fighting going on around you, and competing, and jealousy, and other people interfering. But you can change this. Again, we have another 5. It's up to you to change this. These are challenges that you can overcome. Yes, the Tower. It's the chaos. It's the constant crumbling down of a faulty foundation. The foundation that you feel is secure and stable and solid is really, really faulty, and it's crumbling. So let it crumble, you know? Something better will substitute it. There's a lot of toxicity around you. Eight of Wands. It feels overwhelming, but you constantly need to redirect your energy away from this energy, outside this energy. Even if you have to visualize yourself outside this environment, even if while things are going on, just take yourself out. It's not saying to dissociate, just saying visualize yourself getting out of there and being free and being in an environment that is safer and less chaotic for you, okay? And a solution will come from your manifestation eventually. So that was your reading, guys. I hope this brings you the clarity that you seek. I just saw 1111 on the clock. That may be a number that you're seeing. It's for new beginnings based on a new structure, a new set of daily routines that you may need to start thinking about and putting into practice, okay? So there it is. That is your reading. I hope this brought you the answers that you seek and the clarity. It was a pleasure to read for you guys. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one. Bye for now. Welcome everyone who chose the Destroyer. This is going to be a reading about what has been stealing your time. What is at the root of it? And where is all this time going? So the number 23 could be relevant as well as the number 5. So something very destructive. And someone here could have strong Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in your chart. There could be someone lurking who is very destructive, who has a hand in a certain manipulation around your reality right now. Someone who has destructive tendencies, someone who may have been rejected, someone who would unexpectedly have some kind of... Let's just leave that potential person aside, because I'm sensing, I'm also getting a sense of self-destruction. So you could be having a tendency for self-destruction, self-sabotage right now. And what is at the root of that is what we are going to get down to. But there could be some painful work that you need to do. Maybe there's some kind of way you need to redirect your life. You could be giving into negativity, or you may be unwilling to rebuild right now after something has been destroyed. You could be resisting change currently. Maybe something unexpected happened and you are resisting the adjustments and the changes you need because you feel this was not your fault and you did not bring this upon yourself, but there could be a level of self-sabotage going on right now. And reorienting yourself, it comes across as feeling that would be very painful right now. But at the same time, you're feeling quite unsettled because you feel that you can't keep lingering long in the feeling of feeling comfortable, because your comfort zone is becoming uncomfortable right now. And this is why you feel like you would want to have more time available to you. So, it's a complex situation. Okay. Temptation and sexuality. It could be. So the first thing I'm getting here is that you were tempted. Your sexuality was tempted. And it became toxic and it became very destructive. And it was very painful. And because of it's like, I'm also getting that you may have been dealing with someone who wasn't really there, a situationship or a hot and cold, kind of like someone who maybe even ghosted you. And this took a toll on your self-confidence, your sense of worth, your self-assurance, all these things. And it has affected your libido. It has affected your ability to feel sexy, to feel wanted, to feel attractive, to feel lovable. And it's like you feel like you fell for a temptation. And the reason why you fell for this temptation maybe was because you were in self-sabotage mode. Because probably you tied your self-worth to this temptation, to this sexual connection, because that's what I'm seeing here. And in truth, it's coming across as this was a waste of time. This is where you redirected all your time, and now you need to redirect your time back to things that would actually truly fill your soul and not just leave a void. And apparently what this has done has left a void in you. So if this does not resonate with you, you can go ahead and choose another option. But this was it was very self-destructive. And to a degree, I feel you know that. And so you're still in the throes of the pain, and redirecting your life right now seems boring. I also heard it seems boring to now go back to having to redirect to filling your cup and paying attention to yourself and giving time to the things where it's like a time management issue that is going on here. Scorpio, yeah, there could be obsessive thinking here around this situation, an obsessive amount of energy being directed in this situation here. And it's actually something you can stop by the way you stop feeding this energy is by not giving it a thought. So the first thing I would say is that there's obsessive thinking here, which is excessive, which is overthinking. And so a lot of the time that you feel is being stolen, or where has it gone? Well, it's been going to this obsessive and overthinking. So the first thing you can do to nip this in the bud is to stop the thinking. If you stop the thinking, you stop giving it the energy. And that part is really completely up to you. Stop giving it the thinking, the communication, or the looking at the pictures, or whatever it is that you're doing obsessively. Because it's creating an energy of resistance, and it's keeping you bonded and tied to something very toxic. The very energy of obsessing over something is very toxic in itself, and it's very self-destructive. And it's like a compulsion that is taking over you, and it's like an addiction. So it's unhealthy and it's toxic at this point. And that's what's stealing all your time, really. That is where all this time is going. And at the root of it really is how you are managing the situation and the energy you're giving it, really. So it's up to you to, I'm not saying it's easy, because it's like, of course this is an addiction, so that's the painful to stop something you are so used to relying on for some kind of dopamine hit, or a feeling of euphoria, but then it goes away and you're down in the dumps of depression again. So as painful as it is to stop the thinking and actually do something about it, it can be a lot more painful as time goes by, as to the depths of where it drags your soul. and your emotions and your heart and your mind and eventually your body. Page of Pentacles. There's something physically that you can do or start doing that will help you out of the overthinking. And isn't doing things the antidote to thinking? Thinking versus doing. If you're thinking, chances are what you're doing a lot slower, or you're not doing it at all. And if you, the same way you put down your phone, you switch off your TV, you put down your thinking, put on your shoes and go do something, even if it's just walk around your neighborhood, even if it's just go wash the dishes or tidy something or clean something or go and get something from the storage or put something in storage or organize something or do some work or talk to someone, rather than sitting there thinking. So it's doing something physical with your hands, with your eyes, with your physical sight, with your hands, right? With your feet, with your body. Getting your body in contact with nature, the sun, moving your body, right, in some way. So that is the antidote. That is the antidote. And at the source of this, at the root of this, could be a physical, sensual connection that you experienced with someone, or someone who got you in touch with your physical sensuality. Four of Wands. Someone you saw through passion as your bliss and stability. But that stability wasn't always there, and therefore it was a false sense of stability. It was a false sense of bliss, because it only lasted as long as either the physical interaction or the delusion around the temptation. Queen of Wands. Yeah, there was something about this connection that made you really feel very passionate and sensual and sexy and wanted and attractive, but it fizzled out one too many times, and it brought you more challenges with the Five of Wands than it really did good things, and it left you wanting more, but this is very, very unhealthy. And so that has been what has been stealing your time. So you do have time. It's just redirecting that time away from obsessive thinking, accepting that things are the way they are, and you either choose to entertain that or you choose to walk away from that. And you choose to make the difficult decision to let go of the one thing that's giving you dopamine hits, but they are very, very short lasting. And what you get more in turn are those bouts of depression that are last way longer. And, you know, battling with depression is a time stealer in itself. So that could be another thing. So if you don't resonate with this again, go and refer to another option, or maybe there's simply no reading for you here in any of these options, and that's okay. There's probably another reading out there that will give you the answers. But yeah, this is your reading, and I hope this brought you the clarity that you seek. It was such a pleasure to read for you guys today. Have a beautiful day, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.